What's up, everybody? The Iceman back again with another video on the Iceman V2013 YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. I watched Monday Night Raw last night for the first time in many, many months. Truthfully, I liked the show. Last night's show was good because they're doing a very good build towards day one, New Year's Day of 2022. The opening match was the cage match with Big E versus Kevin Owens. The match was pretty brutal. I mean, Seth Rollins came out. He was outside. He slammed the door a couple times on Big E and Kevin Owens, and no, it was just a good match. And when it was all said and done, Big E ended up pinning Kevin Owens. And then, of course, Seth Rollins comes in and starts taking out both the competitors. But when it was all said and done, Bobby Lashley came out and destroyed all three of them. So it's leading me to believe it's not going to be a triple threat match at day one in January. It's going to be a fatal four-way. And that should be fun. The WWE did a good build for that. My other match I wanted to talk about was the Raw Women's Tag Title match. Becky Lynch champion, challenger Liv Morgan. I'm a big fan of Liv Morgan, and I like the fact that Becky came back as a heel, because when she beat Bianca Belair at SummerSlam in like it was like under 30 seconds or whatever it was, the fans were great to see her come back because they thought she was a face. And then obviously, she showed her true colors, and she is obviously now a heel. But Bianca Belair is a fan favorite. And when those two collide and Becky cheats like she did recently using the ropes, it sort of turns more of the fans towards the face Bianca Belair. So anyway, with their match last night, Liv Morgan had a great showing. There was no doubt in my mind. I had my fingers crossed. I'm saying, come on, Liv. I'd love to see you win the title tonight. Deep down, I knew it was going to happen when you got a pay-per-view on January 1st, 2022. And Becky Lynch played her role quite well as a woman's heel. And again, like I said, Becky cheated. She held onto the ropes to pin Liv Morgan. And this is what I was saying earlier. Becky's heel moves makes the fans want the faces to win all that much more. It has elevated Bianca Belair. Even though she really didn't need it when she was on SmackDown, she sort of elevated herself. Liv Morgan, was on SmackDown, moved over to Monday Night Raw, and her feud now with Becky, and Becky doing what she's been doing, has really elevated the popularity of Liv Morgan to the heights to where I honestly see them having another match at day one on January 1st. And I almost thought that maybe Becky would hold the title until WrestleMania, but I'm honestly starting to think now that Liv Morgan gets this title. And I think it's going to be at day one on January 1st, 2022. I'm looking forward to the show. They got some pretty good matches. They're slating for that show. And, it was just, for some reason, I decided to watch Monday Night Raw because I've been down on them, but the show was real good. The show was very, very good, and like I said, they're building up towards the day one pay per view on a Saturday night, New Year's Day. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And as far as the Fatal 4-Way, if it is a Fatal 4-Way with Owens, Big E champion, um, Seth Rollins, and Bobby Lashley, it that's a tough call. The issue with the Fatal 4-Way is, Lashley don't have to get pinned to lose the title, but then there's 3 other competitors that could get pinned by Lashley to retain the title. So, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a pretty good show in my eyes. There's a lot of wrestling that's coming out in early January because we have day one on New Year's Day. We have Hard to Kill on January 8th. We also have Battle of the Belts from AEW. So there's just a lot of the first couple weeks of January. There's going to be a lot of good wrestling shows. So, one has to wonder. But anyway, I wanted to give my thoughts because I haven't watched Raw in so long, and I felt like I needed to praise them after watching it. It was a very, very good show. And I'll tell you one thing. If you don't think Becky Lynch right now is the biggest star in the WWE, think twice, because she is. That's why most of her matches main event. So, and it don't matter whether it could be a pay-per-view or it could be Monday Night Raw or when she was on SmackDown. So it really should be interesting. And on a side note, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns at day one is another huge match. I think the Usos interfere, and I think they cost Lesnar the match, but by no means is that feud going to be over because the babyface now, Brock Lesnar, will probably have this go on until WrestleMania where Roman Reigns finally gets beat. So, anyway, this is Iceman here on the Iceman V2013 Jeffrey Rose YouTube channel. Peace out, everybody, and we'll see you all next time.